Hey guys, today we're going to make an egg white frittata. Egg white frittatas are great because they can be made large, they can be made small, they can be made into little mini ones in your little cupcake tins. They can be eaten for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Today we're actually having one for lunch. My husband's gonna eat this entire frittata because he eats a lot, but really normal people could actually split this. Like two women having lunch together could split this one frittata and with like a little dressed arugula salad, like olive oil, lemon, and salt and pepper on the side. But anyway, so that's what we're doing. In here, I already have 6 egg whites. You could just leave it at that, or you could do what I like to do. I really like the yolk. I like the flavor of the yolk and I like the way it looks. So when I put the yolk in, I don't like to mix it up with the egg whites. I actually like to just, when I bring it over to the pan and put everything in, at the end, I like to kind of crack the egg over, break the yolk, because I don't like runny yolks. I know, I'm very weird about my eggs, but if you like the runny yolk, I guess you're out of luck because it's a frittata and you don't really get a runny yolk in a frittata. But I crack the whole egg, break the yolk, and then you can see that beautiful little yellow circle and you can taste it too. But I wanted to show you how to separate the whites from the yolk. So you want to tap it once. You don't need to be doing gentle little taps. And just pass the yolk back and forth between the two shells until the white is completely out, and the white's completely out. And I'm going to add this egg over the top, like I said before, when we go over to the stove. But first, let's season up our egg whites with some salt and some pepper. And you know what? I didn't even tell you what I'm gonna put in this frittata. We are going to, in our frittata, it's gonna be super yummy. This is how I usually make it, but you can add whatever you like, honestly. We're gonna add some baby bella mushrooms, sliced baby bella mushrooms, some cute little multicolored grape tomatoes, and some potatoes, some mini potatoes. I have purple, yellow, and red here. And I'll probably add just these 3, actually. And we're going to put Parmesan cheese inside of our egg whites. And then we're gonna add some baby spinach and some goat cheese. We're gonna top it with some goat cheese. I really like goat cheese with my frittatas and my omelets. I feel like goat cheese is my go-to cheese for eggs, unless I'm having like, you know, I love all cheese. I do not discriminate. I love an omelet with like a little bit of American cheese inside. So, but this is how I like my frittatas. This is my favorite version. So we've got some Parmesan cheese in there, and then we're just gonna whisk it up, because even though there's no yolks in here, I like to get the egg whites all combined with each other. So it's seasoned up, it's got Parmesan cheese, and that's ready for us to go. So let's get the rest of our ingredients together. I have my baby bellas, and my family loves mushrooms. So, and they're good for you. And you know I love my vegetables. They call me the veggie queen. All right, so let's slice up our mushrooms. They don't have to be too small. They have lots of water in them, so they're gonna get a lot smaller in the pan anyway. And now we'll cut up our potatoes, and we're going to cook our frittata in stages and then kind of finish it off in the oven. But it does cook in stages because not all of these vegetables cook at the same time. We'll get our potatoes pretty small because they are going to take the longest to cook. Our other vegetables aren't going to take quite as long or a long time at all, especially the baby spinach. Baby spinach, sometimes I forget and I throw it in at the end and it's easy. You know how fast spinach cooks. It's one of my favorite side dishes to make my kids because, well, actually only my oldest daughter will eat spinach. Full disclosure. But it's one of my favorite side dishes because if you're like, shoot, I forgot to make a vegetable. If you have baby spinach in the refrigerator, saute some garlic and olive oil with salt and saute some garlic in olive oil. Get it nice and hot and cooked for about 1 minute. Throw in your spinach, season it with salt and pepper, and you've got a side dish in like 2 minutes. A healthy, flavorful one at that goes with just about everything. So we got our 3 little potatoes, nice and cut up small. And you know what? I'm not going to mix these with the mushrooms because they're going into different stages into our yummy egg white frittata. Okay, we're only going to use a few little tomatoes. I have like 5 tomatoes here, and they're all different colors. They're tiny little ones, and I love that the seeds just kind of squish out when I slice into them because we really honestly don't want the seeds in there. But if seeds get in there, no big deal. It's just convenient that they're kind of squishing out right now. Okay. I love using these multicolored baby tomatoes because they're beautiful and they're sweet. Okay, we've got that all done. Let me get the seeds scraped into the sink. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to bring you over to the stove because we've done all of our prep work that we can over here, and then we'll cook over there. And I'll see you in a sec. Hey guys, so I'm here at the stove and I've got all of my ingredients over here. And I've got my, my little cast iron skillet preheating, and you wanna make sure to use an oven-proof skillet because it is going in the oven to finish off. And my perfect you'll see it in a second, my perfect little cast iron skillet is like the perfect pan for this. I'm using clarified butter, and I know you guys have seen me use clarified butter. Clarified butter is actually amazing. I love clarified butter. It's butter with the milk solids removed, basically. So if you're lactose intolerant, it's great for you. You can handle it. And when you cook with butter, what really burns are the milk solids, and this has it removed. So you get that buttery flavor, the texture of cooking with butter, but it doesn't burn as fast, so it's awesome. So we're gonna add some clarified butter in here. And remember, this is not a non-stick skillet, so you want enough to where your eggs are not going to stick to the pan. And wow, my pan is already hot. So let me kind of move you down here so you can see what I'm doing with my pans and stuff. All right, so I put some clarified butter in here. I'm just gonna kind of swish it around, get the sides and everything, and start cooking. We're going to start with our potatoes. Can you see that? All right. Okay, we'll start with our potatoes first because the potatoes are going to take the longest to cook. Where are you going, egg? My egg's trying to roll off the counter. So we've got those in there. Let me get some salt and pepper. Season these up. And these are going to take a few minutes. They're the longest step as far as the vegetables go. But it's worth it because I think they're so yummy, and it makes the frittata a little heartier. Okay, oopsie daisies. I just spilt my clarified butter. Okay, I'm gonna cook these up in this clarified butter for maybe 5 minutes, and I will be right back. Okay guys, our frittata has been cooking, our potatoes have been cooking for 5 minutes. I put a lid on because that always helps your food cook a little bit faster because it helps it to kind of steam. All right, these are good. You cannot skip the step of cooking your potatoes and making sure they're nice and yummy and cooked. Okay, now, oops, let's throw that one away. We missed a little one. So we'll put our mushrooms in, our yummy, yummy mushrooms, and our tomatoes. And season that up. Give that a little stir. This looks awesome. The rest of the vegetables are only going to cook for a couple minutes. I just want to get them nice and coated in the butter. I love that sizzly sound. Kind of spread them out, make sure it's evenly distributed. You could also add some chicken sausage or some like vegan sausage too. I do that a lot actually. We like our vegan sausages. We're not vegan, but we like the vegan sausages. All right, we'll put our baby spinach in here. See how many vegetables you get? You're getting protein too. This will keep you nice and full. You've got your vitamins, your fiber, your protein. And a little bit of starch from those little potatoes. Just make sure everything's nice and coated. If you feel like you need a little more fat, go right ahead, but we're not going to need any. It looks really filled up right now because the spinach has not wilted, but once the spinach wilts, and once the mushrooms lose more of their water, mushrooms get much smaller because they are just loaded with moisture. Whoopsie. Some veggies are trying to jump the ship. Let's see what we got. I've got my oven preheating at 375. So as soon as this is ready for us, we can just toss it in there. Okay, what did that take? What, 1 to 2 minutes? And now we're going to add our eggs. Give that one more little whisk. So this is egg whites and Parmesan cheese and salt and pepper. So you see how we seasoned every step? You have to season every step. That's how you get well-seasoned food. Just kind of scrape down the sides. And right now I like to just kind of cook it just a little bit before it goes in the oven. Ooh, that's hot. I love this baby cast iron skillet. If I'm cooking like one steak, I just use this. Or one piece of chicken or whatever, piece of fish. I love cooking fish in a cast iron skillet as well. You get a nice hard sear without overcooking your fish. And we're on medium heat right now. With eggs, you don't want to start getting crazy with the medium high. And so this is starting to cook. Let's get our egg with the yolk in here, with the whole yolk. Spread that out a little bit. I like to break the yolk up with 1/2 of this shell. Season up that egg.
Paige wants to battle me.
Oh, buddy. I'm making a frittata. Can you play in another room, honey?
Yeah.
Can you go in my room?
Okay.
We're outside.
I'm gonna go in my room.
He's playing a video game with his friend. Okay, so this is good. This is gonna go in the oven after we get some goat cheese. Kellen, can you please go in the room? Thank you. Alrighty, working from home. So that's good. We've got all of our goat cheese. I'm just gonna put the lid on it for, you know what? I'm not gonna put the lid on it. My son just kind of distracted me. Okay, so we're going to put this in the oven. Our oven has preheated at 375. I'm gonna turn the heat off. This is gonna be awesome. And then I'll come back and I'll show you, I'll tell you exactly how long it was in the oven for. Be right back. Hey guys, so our frittata was in the oven at 375 for about 20-25 minutes. And it looks really, really good and nice and yummy and toasty and delicious. So I cut open my avocado. As I said before, I didn't have any avocados for my tree, which would have been awesome. But we didn't have any avocados, so I bought one at the store. And it had a lot of bruises in it, but it will be fine. It will be fine. I already sliced it up. Usually I like to slice it in nice thin little slices and then kind of fan it out over the top of my frittata, but we can't do that today in a very neat way because I had to cut so much of the bruising off. And let's see, we have one more little piece. We'll put it over here. And then I like to just finish it off with a little salt and pepper because I love avocado with salt and pepper on it. Just over the avocado. You could put fresh herbs on here too. Any kind of fresh herb you like, parsley, dill, tarragon, whatever you like. Any kind of green, fresh herb. Okay, so that's all done. And as you can see, it's very large. It could actually serve like 4 people, but that's what it looks like. Please subscribe down below.